Welcome to Spring LIB.
In this problem, we have been given that there is a truck and the truck is moving initially at a speed of 22.5 meter per second, and the truck is decelerating at the rate of 2.27 meter per second square. So that means the acceleration will be negative 2.27, and we need to determine the time that this truck takes to stop. So as the truck will stop, its final velocity will drop to 0 meter per second. And we can figure out the time by using the kinematic equation v equals u plus at. So when we put the values here, we're going to get the time here as 22.5 divided by 2.27. So when we divide this 22.5 with 2.27, we get the time needed to stop as 9.9 seconds approximately. And in the next case, we have to figure out the distance this truck has traveled before stopping. So for that, we once again use 2as is equal to v square minus u square. And from here, the distance will be given by the value s, which represents the displacement here. So that will be 0 square minus 22.5 whole square divided by 2 times the acceleration, which is 2.27, and negative of that. So here we take the square of 22.5 and we divide it with 2 times 2.27, and that gets us the distance traveled as 111.5 meters. In the next case, we have to figure out the distance that this truck travels during the third second after the brakes are applied. So if we have to figure out the distance traveled in the third second, so in that case, we will first figure out the distance traveled in 3 seconds and subtract from it the distance traveled in the 2 seconds after the brake is applied. So in 3 seconds, we can figure out the distance traveled using u into t, that is 22.5 into 3 minus half into a, that is 2.27 into t square. And from this, we subtract the distance traveled in 2 seconds, that is 22.5 into 2 minus half of 2.27 into 2 square. So we rearrange and get the distance traveled in the third second as 22.5 plus 2.27 by 2 into 2 square minus 3 square. So here when we take the ratio of 2.27 and 2 and multiply that with 4, 4 minus 9, so that will be minus 5. So this subtracted from 22.5 gets us the distance traveled as 16.83 meters approximately.